This is Pitch Calibration Essentials on PIERO U. Some graphics in PIERO rely on pitch calibration, and most benefit. Performing a pitch calibration tells PIERO where the pitch and camera is in 3D space, so graphics can be placed with the correct perspective. Once the calibration is done, PIERO will track the camera as it moves. Before I get started, I should point out that the procedure has changed since version 20. I'll be using soccer football for this example, but these essentials will be aimed at all sports. Keep an eye out for sport-specific tracking videos or check out the PIERO user guide for more. To get started, select the calibration tool. We are then presented with several types of tracking. Each have their own use case. I won't cover each one in depth, but here is an overview of each one. The line tracker is optimized to track lines on a pitch. It is easy to use and works reliably on wide shots. This is the most commonly used tracker in PIERO. The cable cam is similar to the live tracker, but is optimized for cable cams, such as Spider Cam. The texture tracker does not have a reliance on lines on a pitch, but instead tracks textures. This is useful when your pitch lines are not visible, or the camera has zoomed in too much, preventing us from seeing the pitch lines. Some sports with little to no pitch lines should use texture tracking too. The KLT cable cam tracker is like the texture tracker, but optimized for cable cams. The live tracker, as you might imagine, has a workflow built for live environments. Finally, the telestrator can be used as a fallback option. It simply allows us to line up the camera by hand. This can be useful when wanting to do something unorthodox, like telestrating on spectators. It's worth pointing out that these trackers are arranged in columns: line trackers, texture trackers, and not really a tracker. After selecting the line tracker, we need to tell PIERO where approximately the camera is in the stadium. In most cases for pitch sports, this will be the center gantry camera. PIERO also needs to know our pitch size. In most cases, unless your pitch is particularly non-standard, the default will usually work very well on the line tracker. PIERO does come with a list of popular pitches for various sports as presets. Using the plus and minus, you can add your own presets. So for most of the time in soccer football, we can go directly to next. Next, we need to tell PIERO where exactly the pitch is on the frame we're looking at. There are 3 ways of doing this. This applies to both texture and line tracking. On a line-orientated sport like football, I recommend clicking on a line in the parameter panel and then clicking and dragging on the corresponding line on the pitch until it snaps into place. Try to give PIERO a mix of lines on each axis. 2 parallel lines on each axis is the fastest way. Once PIERO's yellow pitch lines snap onto the real ones, we can hover over a point and this pink dot will appear. Click on the true corner and this will fine-tune the calibration. Once we're happy, press Add Position. On a sport like baseball, it's easier to define using points. Drag a box on the parameter panel over the dots that you can see on the pitch. The larger your box, the better. In this case, I can only see the left goal, so I'll select those in the parameter panel. Then PIERO will ask for a point by highlighting it in green. Click on the corresponding point on the pitch, and PIERO will ask for the next one. Once the pitch is in position, press Add Position. The final method is one-click tracking. This requires 2 sets of parallel lines to be visible on the pitch. This is very common in soccer football, but rare in most of the sports. Simply click a point on the pitch in the parameter panel and then its corresponding point on the pitch. Once any fine-tuning is done, press Add Position.
Those are the 3 ways of posing the camera. When you are done, you'll get a camera position refinement score. My one click has already done a pretty good job here.
But to improve it, move along the timeline
and add additional positions.
If the camera pans or zooms in your clip, try to get one at least before and after the camera move. After pressing Finish, we are presented with this page on the parameter panel. There is the option to use texture tracking, which will simultaneously run a texture tracker at the same time as a line tracker. This is great if your camera temporarily looks away from lines, but does come at a cost to CPU usage, so your strategy of this will depend on your hardware. The Stabilize option will improve tracking on shaky footage. As I move along the timeline gently, you can see the tracker follows. If I whip it forwards, I'll probably lose tracking. To lock back on again, press Find. Whenever completing a calibration, I recommend setting a record point at the start of the action. This will record the state of my tracker at this time, and I can never lose this. In a fast-paced workflow, I would do my analysis and then jump back to the reliable record point to watch it through. If you have multiple record points, you can use these 2 buttons to move between them, or click on the red keyframe lines in the timeline. In a less rushed environment, I might want to record the calibration for the whole section allowing me to freely scrub without ever losing tracking. To remove a recorded calibration, use this bin icon, and to delete a record point, use the other bin icon. Finally, if you're still not happy with a line calibration, it might be because your pitch lines are not visible enough to the default calibration key. In the Key tab, we can see that in my case, it's worked quite well. But if I intentionally do a bad key and hit Show Key, you can see PIERO is going to struggle to see the lines. When my lines aren't visible, hit Clear and define a new key for the calibrator so the lines are clear. If you've already done a key using the key tool in your project, you can use that key by selecting Copy from Project. You can update the key anytime after the calibration is complete. And that's the basics, in fact most of calibration in PIERO. I will end with a couple of tips. You can save a calibration, that way you only need to calibrate once per camera per match. Some effects don't need a super precise calibration. In some workflows, a quick calibration is all you need. Trying to calibrate a clip from a very low angle is not a great idea. At very low angles, you can't see much of the ground anyway, so you're probably not going to want to do a ground analysis. Instead, consider the spotlight, magnifier, caption track, freehand tool, vertical grid, tactical board, virtual stadium. There are more effects that don't require ground, but let's end the episode there.